On the news tonight, Anglican Bishop of Agata Diocese, Ezelfor, charges Christians to develop act of giving. Ndiezi Aguleri celebrates Onwa Isa. Federal government receives report from committee on a strategic roadmap on education. And on the foreign scene, Israel vows to continue to respond harshly against any attack on its civilians. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. My name is Chidimma Oranwa, and now the news in full. The Anglican Bishop of Agata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezelfor, has charged Christians, especially knights and ladies auxiliary, to always aspire to grow into giving. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha reports.
In a sermon at the Emmanuel Chapel at the Agwata Diocesan Secretariat during the service of Harvest and Thanksgiving for members of Agwata Diocesan Knights and Ladies, Bishop Ezelfor maintained that Christians need to grow in their relationship with God, especially in giving thanks to Him for His benevolence and blessings to mankind. He cautioned Christians against grudging while offering sacrifices to God, reminding them of the need to always be an example to others in whatever they do.
We grow educationally, economically, financially, health-wise, social relationships. But when it comes to our relationship with God, it appears that we are struggling. I don't know why.
Right Reverend Ezelfor, who is also the national chairman of the Evangelical Fellowship in the Anglican Communion, EFAC, Nigeria, maintained that through the poverty of Jesus Christ, man became rich, describing it as the greatest grace of God. In his remark, the chaplain of Agwata Diocesan Council of Knights, Reverend Canon Izunna Muoneke, while describing the Holy Spirit as the regulator of human life, charged Christians to always ask God to direct their daily lives in order to succeed in life. Reverend Canon Muoneke regretted that many Christians are not making proper use of time and urged the faithful to always be time conscious, warning them against procrastination. The president of Agwata Diocesan Council of Knights, Sir Obioro Okeke, said that the act of thanksgiving creates opportunity and called on Christians to form the habit of giving thanks to God in order to continue to receive more of His blessings. The president of the Ladies Auxiliary, Lady Gloria Ezezika, Deputy Chancellor of Agwata Diocese, Professor Mechaku Menweke, a one-time member of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Sir Uche Ugbonna, former local government chairman of Urumba North Local Government, Lady Uche Nwosu, Lady Ngozi Ike, among others, attended the event. From Ekulobia in Agwata Local Government area, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Culture and traditions of a community that say depict who they are and define their way of life. To this effect, Ndiezi Aguleri in Anambra East Council area came out en masse to celebrate their Onwa Isa, also known as Ikenga Festival, which is used to mark the end of farming season. It is also called Omomo, childbirth celebration. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has details.
The event, which took place at Ama Umuala Ezeagula Aguleri, attracted the traditional ruler of Aguleri, Igwe Michael Idigo, the President General of Aguleri Community Assembly, Chief Ifeanyi Ile-Akasia, members of the ruling council, Ndi Ojana, Ndi Iruovo, and the women groups. It started with the entrance of Chief Uderike Onkwe, the custodian of Ikenga Masquerade, accompanied by his age mates, Obiwanne age grade Aguleri, who joyfully danced around some strategic areas in the community, followed by breaking of kola nuts by Igwe Idigo. Speaking on the significance of the festival, Obi Ezeagula Aguleri, Chief Chinedu Udoba, called on the people of the community to promote and preserve their culture and traditions as it is their heritage.
Nekwendi na kwado onodo olile onwe sama bajisike ikagunaba nekwundi Aguleri ka ashikoto onwanye onu mmemme na obodo anyị bụ Aguleri ahụ kodegu ka ibulu.
The President General, Aguleri Community Assembly, Chief Ile-Akasia, noted that the annual festival signifies unity, peace, and progress, which the Ikenga artifacts represent and called on members of the community to come together, foster unity, showcase their culture, and thank God for being with them all through the farming season till harvesting period.
It's an annual event. We have gathered here to give our support and showcase our culture.
In their separate speeches, the chairman of Ezeagulu Aguleri, Chief Michael Obike, and Vice Chairman Ikenga Ezeagulu Forum, Chief Fidelis Ebuche, maintained that the festival brings progress, development, and breakthrough, asking Ndi Aguleri to go back to their roots. Speaking on behalf of Obinwanne age grade, Chief Ekene Onora disclosed that the ceremony comes immediately after Alomo, where the resto and whoever emerged the winner will be the custodian of Ikenga Masquerade, while the chairman of the planning committee of the festival, Mr. Emmanuel Akwo, and his secretary, Mr. Vincent Akora, noted that the festival is what they are known for.
Live from origin. Now I put a lot of good and then me area. If I only no there on my van on a Potamuaka on a Potagamiru. If I'm not going to make it.
The festival featured wrestling by the male members of the community, displays by different age grades and women folk. From Ama Umuala Ezeagulu Aguleri, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS.
Still to come on the news tonight, federal government receives report from Committee on Strategic Roadmap on Education. Israel vows to continue to respond harshly against any attack on its civilians. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy, and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns in a moment. Join us again.
Anambra State Association, Women in USA Incorporated, and Asa Women USA Cancer Coalition in Nigeria, in collaboration with the Ministries of Health and Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, invites you to their legacy project aimed at providing life-saving enrollments to more indigent Anambra women with cancer and other maternal health concerns in the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme, ASHA, and support to the establishment of the Anambra Comprehensive Cancer Center. Cancer Champion Awards will also be bestowed on Her Excellency Dr. Nonye Soludo and other deserving personalities. Date, Friday, October 27, 2023 at 12 noon dot. Note that there will be sensitization and free breast cancer screening for interested patients from 8 to 11 a.m. Venue, Ministry of Health Hall, Anambra State Secretariat, Oka. Chairman of the occasion, Professor Peter Umadi. Keynote speaker, Dr. Obieze Kwesili. Special guest of honor, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, Governor of Anambra State. Mother of the day, Dr. Nonye Soludo, wife of the Governor, Anambra State. Special guests, Dr. Afamo Bidike, Commissioner for Health, Mr. Don Onyenji, Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Dr. Simeon Onyemechi, Managing Director and CEO, Asia. Chief Host, Dr. Mrs. Antonia Uchume, Founder cum General President, Asa Women USA Incorporated. Host, Dr. Vero Kechuku, Nigeria Coordinator. Guest speakers, Dr. Obin Nolejeme and Assumpti Fenso. Together, we can beat cancer, save lives. Announcers, Mrs. Ngozi Agejelo, Health Insurance Coordinator, 081-449-18160, and Mrs. Nneka Nwankwo, Director of Diaspora Affairs and Entertainment.
Welcome back. The federal government of Nigeria has received a report from the Committee on Strategic Roadmap for the Development of Education. The 8-member committee, tasked with addressing critical issues hindering progress in the education sector, said it adopted a methodology and strategy and worked weekends and even public holidays to ensure that they delivered on time. Princess Epiajide has details.
Delivering the report on behalf of other members, The chairman, Dr. Nuru Yakubu, said they worked in 13 thematic areas with a special focus on out-of-school children, girl-child education, alignment of curriculum with contemporary global educational standards, among others. He expressed confidence that the document will make a difference in the development of the education sector in Nigeria as they reviewed previous interventions and identified gaps, as well as interacted with all heads of agencies and directors in the ministry.
The input, comments and recommendations from the stakeholders use the input to enrich the draft plan of action, and we have today come up with the final report.
In his response, the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, said the ministry will set up committees, monitoring and evaluation and implementation committees to ensure they are on track to complement the efforts of directors and others. He promised that unlike other roadmaps, this particular one is not for aesthetics, as the president is committed to ensuring the education sector meets international standards. Professor Maman assured Nigerians that they are committed and will not disappoint, as they have already made it clear to all in the ministry that this is the time to see that all policies are on ground, as so many youths are out of school looking out for solutions.
In the ministry, we have already made it very clear to all and sundry, our directors.
The minister challenged all in the education sector, be it basic or tertiary, to bring value for their certificates by coming up with problem-solving and realistic policies that will fast-track development in the education sector. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
And on the foreign scene, Israeli military spokesman Daniel Hagari says in his morning update that they are in very high alert along Israel's northern border. There has been violence at Israel's northern border with Lebanon in recent weeks between the Hezbollah Islamist group and Israeli army. The head of Hezbollah, a proscribed terrorist organization in the UK, US and others, is set to make a speech breaking weeks of silence. Hagari said they conducted a wide attack and struck a number of Hezbollah terror cells in response to a massive fire by Hezbollah. We will continue to respond harshly against any attack on Israeli civilians. We are high on preparedness in the northern border, on very high alert to respond to any event today and in the days coming, he said. Former Super Eagles midfielder Dimeji Lawal believes that the national team has what it takes to win the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. Dimeji stated this while speaking as a special guest of the ex-University Ibadan FA Virtual Interactive Program. The Eagles are drawn in Group A alongside host Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau at the 36th edition of the AFCON, which was held from January 13th to February 11th, 2024 across 5 cities. In their bid to claim their 4th AFCON title, the Eagles will square off against Equatorial Guinea on January 13 in Abidjan in their first match of the tournament. The Under-17 and Under-20 World Cup silver medalists stated that Nigeria will be the team to beat at the next CAF Nations Cup. And that's just about it on the news tonight. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Ezofo, has charged Christians to develop act of giving. Ndiezi Agula have celebrated Onwaisa. Federal government has received a report from Committee on Strategic Roadmap on Education. And on the foreign scene, we told you that Israel has vowed to continue to respond harshly against attack on its civilians. To end the news, here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.